Now, ladies and gentlemen, we're doing a little interview here with one of the owners of our cars. This is a lovely Rover 825 Fastback, and it's owned by Hugh O'Neill. And Hugh has come, look at this shirt. Hugh has come fully dressed for the occasion. Look at that, a Rover 800 shirt. Yeah. Hugh, tell us about your car and how long you've owned it.
I've owned it for 3 years. I bought it from a gentleman only down the road from me. He was selling it. He was too old to drive. He actually had two of these. He had this one and he had another one which is a year older. So I bought both of them off him for £1,000. And I've put both of them back on the road, but I can only show one at the time, so I'll show this one, this particular show. It's only got 55,000 miles on it. It's a KV6 engine, 2.5 litre, really lovely condition, never been welded. It drives beautifully. I've had to do a few things like because it was standing for such a long time, the brakes were a little bit seized, so I've replaced the calipers, done the brake lines, etc. But it's running. I do about 5,000 miles a year in it. Absolutely lovely condition.
So how much do you think you spent on it in total?
Pardon?
How much have you spent on it in total?
Good question. I only paid 750 for it, but I've had the belts done. I mean, that cost me about another 700 quid. So probably I've spent about 1,200 on it, maybe,
yeah.
On top of so I've spent about $2,000 in total. But I probably think the values are rising considerably. I suggest it's probably worth $3,000, $3,500 now. I've seen them up to $5,000. I think that's a bit optimistic. But
it's good value motoring for a classic car, isn't it?
Absolutely, and it does about 35 mpg. And I've had it down to Wales, I've had it over to the Isle of Man, up to Scotland. So absolutely, it's a lovely car to do a long journey.
It's a very usable classic.
Absolutely, very much.
And do you use this every day?
Not every day, but I keep it on my driveway. The other thing I've done is I've spent about 500 quid having it rust treated underneath, because it's not in a lockup most of the time. It's on my driveway, so I've obviously rust proofed it. I don't want to have to weld it at all. So very usable classic, and as I say, given me fantastic service.
Do you want to show us around the car?
Surely, yes, indeed. Okay.
Gleaming paintwork.
I did refurbish the wheels because they were a little bit scabby in places. Do you want to have a look inside?
Yes, of course.
It's got the grey leather seats. One good thing about this car is absolutely no dash lift at all, as you can see. I think it's been garaged for much of its life. Absolutely no dash lift. Whoops, so this is this. Okay.
Pure luxury.
Absolutely. And again, I think this old gentleman who owned it, his family were grown up, so the back seats were hardly ever protected. And the area where these all go is around here. This hasn't been welded at all, it's original. A lot of the paint is original, although I have touched it up in a few places. Particularly the bumpers. They're a long car, so they end up picking up scratches on the bumpers where they hit gate posts and walls and things. So I have been around it to tidy up all the scratches.
I see you've got a tow bar on the back, so do you use it for towing?
I do. I fitted the tow bar.
Yes.
Because I have a trailer and I didn't have another car that had a tow bar. This car takes my trailer, takes stuff to the tip, etc. So it is a daily use car. I collected my daughter from hospital yesterday in it. It's an everyday car.
Fantastic. Now, so you have two of these, so what are you doing with the other one?
The other one, the MOT's just run out on the other one. The other one, I had to do a whole lot more work. I had to have it welded. This is a 99. The other one I have is also a Sterling, 2.5 litre Sterling. It's a blue one. I've had to have it welded at the around the wheel arches, etc. It's got higher mileage, got about 105,000 miles. This one's only got 55,000. And I've had to completely rebuild all of the brakes. The suspension was shot on the back in particular. I've changed a bearing on it, done lots more work on that. But that's on the road as well. MOT's just expired, and I'll get that MOT in the next couple of weeks. It has developed a petrol leak. I think it's at the same side as the fuel filler.
The fuel filler,
It might be the notorious fuel filler.
It probably is, yes.
So I may have to be looking. I understand the club now does a modification, or they sell, or we know of somebody who makes these things.
The club is looking into having the fuel filler pipes remanufactured.
I think I might need that.
Yes, yes.
So it's got. I don't think it'll pass the MOT on with that fuel leak.
No.
And it's hard to know how you weld that safely.
Yes. So you have 2 fastbacks.
Yes.
And do you fancy owning a coupe at some point in the future?
My aspiration would be I'd love a coupe. Preferably something like what Dean has got, which is the Vitesse, Turbo Vitesse Coupe.
Yes.
I've never actually even driven, I've never driven the 4-cylinder version of the, I've only ever had the 6-cylinder. So I'd like to a Vitesse.
Super.
My other project that I'm doing at the moment is I've got a Range Rover Classic.
Oh, fantastic.
It's actually got a lot of, it's an interesting pedigree. It was owned by the Queen's cousin, Lord Lichfield. And so I'm refurbishing, restoring that. That's a big project.
Excellent. Well, Hugh, thank you very much indeed for telling us all about your car. Thank you for bringing it to the show this weekend. Anyone who'd like to come down and look at it and meet Hugh in person and talk more about these cars, come along and join us here in Hall 5 at the NEC. We're here today, tomorrow and then Sunday, and we look forward to seeing you here at the NEC. Thank you, Hugh.
Thank you.